Joanna, please.
Introduce ko lang ha. Okay, so a simple network, no, is made up of two or more computers that are linked together. So computers, network interfaces, a connection medium, network operating system software, and either a hub or switch are the basic network components. So a large company's networking infrastructure include traditional phone system, mobile cellular communications, wireless local area networks, video conferencing system, and a corporate website, intranets, extranets, and a variety of local and wide area networks, including the internet. And the rise of client service computing, the use of packet switching, and the adoption of transmission control protocols or internet protocol, or yung tinatawag natin TCP/IP as a universal communication standard for connecting disparate networks and computers, including the internet, have all shaped modern networks. So protocols are a set of rules that allow different components of a telecommunication network to communicate with one another. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning, Doc. Dean, and good morning din po sa amin pong mga classmates na narito. And we will discuss the Internet, Wireless Technology, and Telecommunication. I am Lorenisa P. Mendoza, and together with me is Miss Joanna C. Batiduan. And these are our learning objective for today. First is to identify the main telecommunication network elements and important networking technologies. Determine other kinds of networks. Next. Next objective. Discuss how the internet technology, and e-business assist each other and communication. Be acquired with the main methods of wireless networking communication and access to the internet. Explain the usefulness of wireless sensor network and radio frequency identifications to business. So, telecommunication and networking in today's business world. So, kaya ba na mag-survive o are we going to survive without the network or the help of the networks in this era? So, this is the present. Wait, excuse me po, may natawag lang. Sorry. What? Sorry po sa distraction. So in this era, so the business cannot be able to, now next slide na po. Our business world cannot be able to survive without the help of the network. So because it helps the business to stay in contacts with the clients, partners, and staff. So through the network, ginagawa nitong maging stay connected sa isa't isa ang mga clients, partners, and staff. And the businesses use computers, use the email, and instant messaging, an internet, mobile computers, line to wireless networks, and cell phones. So networking and conducting business online go hand in hand. Next. So what are the trends? So how the networking and communication evolved? So there were two primary kinds of networks utilized by the business in the past. These are the telephone networks and the computer networks. So in telephone networks, we use the voice communication, and it was handled by the telephone networks. On the other hand, the computer networks was the data traffic that was managed by the computer network. So Voice transmission technologies were used to build telephone networks by telephone companies. And to send data between the computers, in various places, computer firms first established the computer network. The telephone compute and computer network are merging into unified digital network utilizing common internet-based protocols and equipment as a result of ongoing telecommunications, deregulations, and information technology innovations. And today, most recognized telecommunication company like AT&T and Verizon provide voice service as well as data transfer, internet access, the cellular phone service, and television programming. So the voice and internet services are provided by the providers like Cablevision and Comcast. So internet, telephone, and video services are becoming part of the computer networks. And these audio and videos and computer are becoming part of the computer networks. And this audio, voice, and data connection are increasingly dependent on internet technologies. So all in all, the networks for voice and data communication improve its speed, power, portability, and affordability. So now let's proceed to the computer network. So network is made up of two or more connected computer in its most basic form. So ito yung inabot na ng generation, yung mga 90s na mga eskwela sa loob ng during their college life or our college life rather. So it is used to connect to the network interference device. So in the case of local area networks and mobile phones, the connection medium for connecting networks components might be a radio signal, coaxial cable, or the telephone line Wi-Fi network. Next. So the network operating system, the NOS, it helps to integrate the network resource, handles network traffic and routes communications, and it can be located on each computer that serve as the server for all network application. So a server computer is a computer connected. So as you can see in this picture, there is this one is the server computer where it is connected to all the network that serve as websites, stores data, and houses the network operating system for client computers. So we are part of the this generation, whereas we experience to use this kind of server. During our college, we used to go to our laboratory, computer laboratory, and to make our the documents, our files, and we store it the server computer. There's only one server computer in the laboratory that serve all the students. So in the NOS, so computer server compute in the NOS, the most popular network operating system that we'll recognize is the Microsoft, the Linux, and the Novel Open. So what about these hubs? Sorry, ma'am. Pasuyo po ako. So this is a hub, and this is a basic network connectors that send a packet of data to every connected device. And this one is the switch, and it has the ability to filter and forward data to specific network location. So between the hub and the switch, so hubs is very limited when it and poor in scalability, and this is primarily one of the competitive advantage over switches, because hub is lower in price. So as the switch prices fell in early to middle of 2000 years, mid of 2000, these hubs began getting phased out of use. And today, hubs are far less commonly deployed, but network hubs have some niche uses and continue to offer a simple means of networking. Now let's proceed to the network in large companies. So the the computer network that I have discussed a while ago, they are commonly used in a small firm. But what about the large companies? How they uh, use or expand the use of the network? So network in a large company, um, as this company expands, uh, hundred of small local area networks can be gathered together, and these networks can be connected to create corporate-wide networking infrastructure. So, so the software-defined, I'm sorry po ha, nawawala lang po ako din sa aking notes. Let's proceed to the networks in large companies po na ano. Yeah. So as company expands, hundreds of small local area nets can be gathered. Together, networks can be connected to create corporate-wide networking infrastructure. So these numerous tiny local area networks are connected to other local area networks and company-wide corporate networks to form the network infrastructure for a large enterprise. Next. So the key digital network technologies. We have here the client server computer, the packet switching, and the TCP or IP and connectivity. So the client server computing are the clients request a resource and the server provides the resource. So this server may serve multiple clients at the same time while a client is in contact with only one server. So all in all, both the client and server usually communicate via computer network, but sometimes they may be reside in the system. The packet switching, on the other hand, this technique known as packet switching, so this is to transfer of data across various networks. And this data chunk or packet for fast networks are first divided into manageable fixed data bundles known as packets along with the data. The packets also contain information for addressing the packet to the appropriate address and checking for transmission. And using routers to packets are sent through numerous communication routes, with each packets going on its data packets will travel through numerous networks and pathways after leaving one source before being reassembled as their destination into original message. So what is TCP and IP and connectivity? So IP is in charge of packet delivery and comprise packet deconstructing and reassembling during transmission. And this creates connection between the computers, order the packets transfer, and acknowledge packets that is transmitted. So even if two computers have different hardwares and software platforms, they can still interacting using the TCP IP. So all these four layers with the application layer of the sending computer and finishing with the network interface layer are transversed by data sent from one computer to another. And the data move up the layers until they reach the target host computer, where they are then put back together in format that the recipient computer can use. So when a broken packet is discovered, the receiving computer requests retransmission from the transmitting computer. So when the receiving computer responds, this procedure is turned around. Next is the communication network. So we will have here the difference between the two signals, the digital and the analog. The digital and the analog. So as you can see in this figure, the signal, the digital, the analog rather, utilize voice communications and presented by continuous waveform. While in digital signal, it is discrete and binary waveform, 1 bit and 0 bit. So as an example, ma'am, next po. Ma'am Jonna, next slide po. Sorry, balik tayo dun sa iba pang differences ng dalawa. So, another differences between the digital and analog is by example. So, in digital, in analog, human voice in air analog electronic devices. While in digital, there is a computer. We use the computer, CDs, DVDs, and other digital electronic devices. So analog technology, records waveform as they are, the sample analog waveforms into limited set of numbers and record them. Then, local area network. Types of network. We have here the different types of network. The local area network or the LAN, the campus area network.
Naghang ba si ma'am? Naghang ata si ma'am.
Naghanga yata, sir. Baka affected pa, sir, yung Mindoro ng mga brownouts.
Sinong partner ni ma'am?
Pero nasa ano naman daw po siya?
Sige.
Hold on nga po. Saglit lang daw po.
Sige, sige.
Doc, sorry po, 5 minutes po maglalag lang daw po siya sa phone niya.
Sige.
Thank you, sir.
I just...
Hello po. Ma'am Joanna, okay na po uli. Nawalan lang po ng signal dito sa hotel. Sorry po.
Sige.
So, to continue, these are the that we usually use in the office right now. So we have the local area network or the LAN. So this LAN can uh, work up to 500 meters. We usually use it in an office or floor of a building. While the CAN or the campus area network, it can work up to 1,000 meters, and this usually used by the college campus or the corporate facility. On the other hand, the MAN or the metropolitan area network can accommodate a city or whole metropolitan. And the WAN or the wide area network is used as in transcontinental or global area. So now we will proceed to the physical transmission media. So these are the wire we usually use to connect the network in a particular area. So we have here the fiber, the coaxial cable, the shielded twisted pair cable, and the fiber optic cable. So next, ma'am. First is the coaxial cable. So this is, as you can see, this is thickly insulated copper wire, which is capable of high-speed data transmission and less subject to interference than twisted wire. And usually, it is used for the cable TV and for the networks with longer runs, more than 100 meters. So it can, it has a speed up to 1 Gbps. Next. Next here is the shielded twisted pair cable. So it has a strand of copper wire twisted for voice data communication. It is also known as the C85. And the maximum recommended run is 100 meters. It has a speed its speed is up to in between 10 Mbps to 1 Gbps. Another is the fiber optic cable, and this is an optical fiber. It is hair-like, flexible, and transparent fiber, which is used for the transmission of data signals over large distance with a higher speed. So hence, optical fiber is used to provide the service of internet, telephone, and television. It has a maximum recommended run. Maximum recommended run is 500 kbps to 60 bps. So this is a wireless transmission media, and it is based on radio signals of various frequencies and include both terrestrial and satellite microwave system and cellular networks. It is also used for the long distance wireless communication and internet access. It has a maximum speed up to 600 Mbps. So our report will be continued by Ma'am Jonna Batituan. Thank you po.
Thank you, Ms. Rai. Good morning, Doc. Good morning, classmates. The global internet. People can talk to each other instantly on the internet, share information and ideas, do business and get access to a huge number of online services and tools. It has changed how we live, work, and talk to each other, and is now an essential part of modern life. The global internet is always changing and getting bigger. New technologies, apps, and services are always being made, but it also faces a number of problems such as security threats, privacy worries, and problems with how the network is controlled and run. So what is internet? So the internet is a global network of interconnected computer networks that use standardized communication protocols to connect billions of devices worldwide. So the internet is the largest implementation of client-server computing and internet working, linking hundreds of thousands of individuals networks and 1 billion people worldwide. So it allows it allows for the transfer of information and data, and enables communication and collaboration among people and organizations across the world. So as you can see, I will show you the invention of the internet. So in the 1960s, then the United States government, businesses, and colleges collaborated to develop a system that would allow computers across the country to share information. In 1969, they developed ARPANET, an early form of the internet. During also in 1970s, electronic mail or email was invented as a method of sending message from one computer to another. By the mid 1970s, many groups of computers have been linked together in networks. To connect the networks, machine known as routers were invented. So this is how the first ARPANET evolved into the internet. In 1989, hypertext was invented. So hypertext links connects different parts of an electronic document or different documents. By 1990s, the World Wide Web was created on the basis of hypertext. So internet infrastructure. Okay. So internet addressing and architecture. Internet addressing involves the use of unique numerical identifiers called the IP addresses to identify devices and computers connected to the network. IP addresses consist of a series of numbers separated by periods such as 192.168.1.1. So these are addresses are used to route data packets to their intended destination on the internet. While internet architecture refers to the hierarchical structure of interconnected networks that form the backbone of the internet infrastructure. So these networks are organized to a hierarchy with backbone networks forming the core of the internet and small regional and local networks connected to them. So number one, we have the domain name system, so which refer to DNS. So DNS is a hierarchical naming system that translates human readable domain names such as google.com or facebook.com into their corresponding IP addresses, which are used to identify devices and computers connected to the internet. So the DNS operates as a distributed system with the hierarchy of servers that work together to resolve domain name queries. And at the top of the hierarchy are root servers, which contain information about the top-level domains, TLDs such as .com, .org, and .net. Below the root servers are the authoritative name servers for each TLD, which is turned delegate responsibility for individual domain names to the name servers of the organization that own those domains. So this is a diagram or picture so how DNS work. So computer browser request to visit, ito po siya. Then second is company or local DNS is checked and the requested address is not found. So ISP DNS. Third is the ISP DNS is checked. Next is also to unable to find the addresses. Then root DNS is checked and the IP addresses is found. IP addresses, so 26.914.154 is returned to computer. Then the computer receives IP address and prompts the browser to open the given address. Second is the internet architecture and governance. Internet traffic moves over trunk lines, transcontinental high-speed backbone networks, typically owned by long-distance telephone companies, so network service providers or national governments. Local connection lines are owned by regional telephone and cable television companies in the US that lease access to ISPs, private companies, government institution, and retail user. So this is a diagram of the internet backbone connects to regional networks, which in turn provide access to internet service providers, large firms and government institutions, network access, NAPs, and metropolitan areas exchange are hubs where the backbone intersects regional and local networks and where backbone owners connect with one another. MAEs are also referred to as Internet Exchange Points. The Internet Architecture Board, IAB, the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, the Internet Network Information Center, the Internet Engineering Task Force, and the Internet Society and the World Wide Web Consortium are some of the organization and government bodies that set Internet policies. These groups have an effect on the government, big networks, and ISPs. Everyone who uses the internet pays some kind of fee, whether it's a secret or not, to keep the network running. For example, each company and organization pays for its own network and local internet connection services. Part of this money goes to the owners of a long distance trunk lines. So because the amount of IP addresses that can be used with the current system is limited to 4.5 billion, the Internet Engineering Task Force decided to create a new system called the Internet Protocol versions IPv6. So this will be discussed later on. So this new system uses a 1 to 8 bit addressing scheme that can create 3.4 by 1038 addresses. Okay. Okay. So what's the future internet? So IPv6 and the internet too. So what's the difference of the two? Okay, IPv6 or Internet Protocol version 6 is the most recent version of the Internet Protocol that is used to identify devices and computers connected to the internet. IPv6 provides a significantly larger address space than its predecessor IPv4, which is rapidly running out of available addresses. IPv6 uses 1 to 8 bit addresses, which allows for approximately 340 undecillion unique IP addresses compared to the 4.3 billion possible addresses in IPv4. While the Internet 2, on the other hand, is a non-profit organization that operates a high-speed, high-performance network infrastructure for research and education purposes in the United States. So Internet 2 provides a platform for researchers and educators to collaborate on cutting-edge projects, innovations that require high bandwidth and low latency connection. So internet services and communication tools. So number one, first is the internet services. So internet services refers to the various types of services that are available on the internet. These services are typically provided by companies or organizations and are used by individuals, businesses, and government around the world. So what are the common samples or common types of internet services? One is the email. So email is the widely used internet service that allows users to send and receive messages over the internet. Web browsing is the process of using a web browser to access and view web pages on the internet. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram allows users to share information, connect with friends and family, and engage with communities of people who share similar interests. Next, the online shopping. So online shopping websites like Amazon and eBay allows users to buy and sell goods and services over the internet. Video and audio streaming like Netflix, YouTube, and Spotify allow users to watch videos and listen to music over the internet. Cloud storage is like services like Google Drive, Dropbox, and OneDrive allows users to store and access files over the internet. And online gaming services like Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, and Steam allows users to play games with other players over the internet. So now, second is the voice over IP. So voice over internet protocol, so VoIP, is a technology that allows voice communications to be transmitted over the internet or other IP-based networks. So instead of using traditional circuit switch networks, which are used in traditional landline telephony, VoIP uses packet switch networks to send voice data in digital form. So this is how VoIP works. So yan siya. So may there's an internet, so internet in between para mag-communicate yung um two humans. Okay. Third is the unified communication. So unified communication is a technology architecture that integrates various communication tools and application into a single platform or system. The goal of UC is to streamline communication and collaboration among individuals, teams, and in an organization by providing a unified and consistent user experience across multiple devices and channels. So uh, fourth is the virtual private networks, or VPNs. So are types of technology that allows user to connect to the internet securely and privately. A VPN works by creating a secure encrypted tunnel between a user device and a remote server to which all internet traffic is routed. So when a user connects to a VPN, their device sends all internet traffic through the encrypted tunnel to the remote server. This makes it difficult for anyone to intercept or view the user's internet traffic, including their ISP, government agencies, and hackers. So let's proceed with the web. So what is web? This is the most popular internet service. So websites are viewed using internet browsers. So each website has its own internet address, which is referred to as Uniform Resource Locator, or URL. So the information on the internet is organized into sites or pages. Websites are created using a programming language known as hypertext markup language, HTML, and many URL starts with the letter W, which stands for World Wide Web. Okay, let me explain one by one. So first is the hypertext. Hypertext markup language, which is HTML, is a programming language used to create and format content to the World Wide Web. HTML uses a system of tags and attributes to define the structure, appearance, and functionality of web pages and other digital documents. While on the other hand, this hypertext transfer protocol, which is HTTP, is a protocol used to transfer data over the World Wide Web. HTTP allows web browser to communicate with web servers to request and transmit data, such as web pages, images, videos, and other resources. Second is the web servers. A web server is a computer program that processes requests via HTTP from clients such as web browsers and serves them with web pages and other web-based content. A web server typically runs on a dedicated server computer or a virtual private servers, VPS, and can host multiple websites or web application. So web servers plays a critical role in the operation of many websites and web applications. They are responsible for delivering web contents to clients, processing your user requests, and executing server-side scripts and applications. So without the web, servers, as we know, would not be possible. Okay, next is the searching for the information on the web. Okay. So how is the major web search engines? So user can find information on the internet using search engines. The first search engines were simple keywords indexes of all the pages they visited. So contemporary search engines use more complex models for finding relevant information. So Google ranks search results based on relevance or popularity, of each page. So websites for locating information such as Yahoo, Google, and MSN have become so popular and easy to use that they also serve as major portals for the internet, as well as portals for shopping tools. In search engine like marketing, search result display both listing to a query as well as advertisements related to search query. So the paid sponsored advertisement are the fastest growing form of internet advertising. In this figure, as you can see, Google is the most popular search engine on the web, handling nearly 50% of all web searches. So there are ways on how you can search on the web. One is the mobile lookup. So mobile lookup refers to the process of searching for information about a person or business using their mobile phone number. So mobile lookup services are available online and can be accessed through a web browser or mobile app. These services are used public records, social media profiles, and other source of information to provide details about the owner of the mobile phone number, including their name, address, email address, and social media profiles. Some mobile lookup services are free, while others are there's charge a fee for access to their database. Second is the internet advertising. Internet advertising, also known as online advertising or digital advertising, refers to the promotion of products and services using the internet. Internet advertising can take many forms, including display ads, social media ads, search engine ads, videos, ads, email marketing, and native advertising. So, internet advertising has become a popular and effective way for businesses to reach their target audience and promote their products or services because it allows businesses to reach a large audience quickly and cost effectively and to track and measure the effectiveness of their advertising campaigns. Let's proceed with the Web 2.0. Okay, Web 2.0 refers to the second generation of the World Wide Web, characterized by a shift from static web pages to dynamic and interactive web application. So Web 2.0 technologies enable users to collaborate, share information, and communicate with each other through social media, blogs, wikis, and other types of online platforms. Some of the key features of 2.0 include user-generated content. Web 2.0 platforms are designed to allow users to create and publish their own content, including text, images, and videos. Social networking, Web 2.20 platforms enable to users to connect and communicate with each other through social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So, in conclusion, Web 2.0 has a significant impact on the way people interact with each other and access information on the internet. It has also created new opportunities for businesses to connect and customer build brand awareness through social media marketing and other forms of digital advertising. So if there's Web 2.0, so nag-upgrade na siya, we have the Web 3.0, so the future web. Okay. Web 3.0, also known as the semantic web, refers to the next evolution of the internet that aims to create a more intelligent and intuitive web experience for users. So the current Web 2.0 focuses on user-generated content, social networking, and collaboration, while Web 3.0 will be characterized by a more connected and interoperable web. So we need to thanks to the advanced technologies like artificial intelligence like AI, machine learning (ML), natural language processing (NLP), and the Internet of Things. Okay. Okay, so the wireless revolution. Okay, the wireless revolution refers to the transformational change that wireless communication technologies have brought about in our daily lives, work, and society as a whole. So wireless technology has enabled us to communicate and exchange information without the need of physical connections such as cables and wires. So wireless communication technology has evolved significantly over the years, from the early days of radio, television, broadcasting to the more recent development of wireless local area networks and cellular networks. Today, we have a variety of wireless technologies available, including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4G and 5G cellular networks, and satellite communication. So, to further explain, cellular system are the type of wireless communication system that enables mobile user to communicate with each other using radio waves. Cellular system are used for a wide range of application, including voice and data communication, internet access, and mobile computing. So we are very aware, we have very known sa cellular system because we are currently using it sa mga mobile phones natin. Okay. Wireless computer and internet access. Okay. So wireless computer and internet access refers to the ability to connect to a computer or internet without need of physical cables or wires. This is made possible through the use of wireless communication technologies such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular networks. So to give you a sample of wireless internet access, so we have one is via Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is a wireless technology that enables devices to communicate with each other over short distances. It operates in the 2.2 gigahertz frequency range and uses radio waves to transmit data. So Bluetooth was first developed in the mid-1990s by Ericsson, a Swedish telecommunication company, and has since become a widely used standard for wireless communication between devices. Moving on, Bluetooth technology operates on a radio frequency and uses low power, short range wireless signals to connect devices within a range of approximately 10 meters, 10 meters or 33 feet. So, and Bluetooth is a standardized technology, which means that devices from different manufacturers can communicate with each other seamlessly, as long as they are both Bluetooth enabled. Okay, second is the Wi-Fi and wireless internet access. So Wi-Fi refers to the wireless network technology that uses radio waves to connect devices to the internet and to each other within a specific range. It is a type of wireless internet access that allows devices such as laptops, smartphones, and tablets to connect to a wireless network and access the internet. Wi-Fi is commonly used in homes, offices, public spaces, and other areas where users need to access the internet wirelessly. Wireless internet access, on the other hand, is a general term that refers to any type of internet access that achieved without the use of physical cables or wires. So this includes technologies such as Wi-Fi, cellular network, satellite internet, and other types of wireless networking. Okay, the third is the WiMAX. Okay, WiMAX stands for Worldwide Interoperatively for Microwave Access. It is a wireless communication technology that provides high-speed internet access over long distances. WiMAX is often referred to as the last mile solution, as it is used to connect customers in remote or underserved areas to the internet. So one of the primary benefits of WiMAX is its ability to provide high-speed internet access over long distances without the need of physical cables or wires. So WiMAX also support a variety of applications such as video streaming, voice over, and mobile broadband services. We go on with the RFID and wireless sensor and RFID and wireless sensor networks. So how RFID, how it works? So access RFID tag. Then after that, the RFID antenna reader. Then the third is the application. So the RFID is also technology that uses radio waves to identify and track objects or people. It consists of a tag, which is attached to the object and persons being tracked, and a reader, which is radio waves to communicate with the tag and extract information from it. So RFID tags are small and can be attached to almost anything from products in a store to medical equipment in a hospital. So they typically contain a microchip that stores data such as product information or patient identification and the antenna that allows them to communicate with the reader. So when an RFID tag comes within a range of a reader, it sends a signal to the reader which captures the data stored on the tag and sent it to a computer system for processing. This allows businesses and organizations to track and manage inventory, monitor the movements of goods, and improve supply chains efficiency. Okay. So this is we commonly use the RFID. So nakita niyo na to sa lahat like yung GCash sa mga when nagkaroon ng pandemic, 'di ba? We usually nagpapa RFID yung mga malls so we can send it through their system yung mga informations natin. So we as currently ang RFID is commonly used kasi it's easy and it stores your information. So andun mabilis yung information, yung sharing of information. Okay. Next is the wireless sensor networks. So wireless sensor networks, which we call WSNs, are the network of small battery-powered devices called sensors that are equipped with wireless communication capabilities. These sensors are distributed in a specific area and work together to collect and transmit data to a central server or processing unit. So WSNs have a wide range of applications, including environmental monitoring, industrial automation, healthcare, and smart homes. In the environmental monitoring, for example, WNS can be used to monitor temperature, humidity, and air quality in the particular area. So in industrial automation, WSN can be used to monitor machinery and equipment for faults and malfunction. Okay. So that would be all for the internet for chapter 7. So thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, so as our presenter mentioned, no, twisted copper telephone wire, no, coaxial cable,